Oh, and welcome to a new thing that I'm trying. This is virtual reality video response. So I thought I'd play a game in VR whilst doing a video response on a topic what is there to be discussed. Because I saw an interesting video from, a couple of interesting videos. One from SNEStastic and then a reply from Shock16 talking about video game piracy. And it's an interesting topic, so I thought I'd throw my 2 cents in whilst playing a bit of VR. So we're going to start on the new demo disc. This has just come out very recently, this week, and we're going to start with Moss. So this is like a really cute little platform game. So if you ever wondered how a platform game might work in VR, this is one way of doing it. So let's play. The question was asked, when was your first kind of involvement with video game piracy? And I guess what is happening here? Okay, it's still going. Right. Putting on the headset. Are we back? Right. It seems. I think the stream cuts off when the game's loading. So this is going to be Moss on the new demo disc. Whilst we chat about video game piracy. Yeah. So the first kind of involvement I had with it was the Dreamcast. That system was notoriously easy to hack and make copied games for, and run copied, hack games. And that's what we did. We was at university, times were hard, and we knew a guy round the corner, and he had all the skills and all the hard drives and all the setup to make these copied discs. We didn't know what he was doing, so we didn't try and do it ourselves. We ended up buying them off someone. So we got a load of free Dreamcast games, and it got us through some hard times at university. We didn't have a lot of money, so it's cool to be able to get free games. But you've got to kind of appreciate the effect that it has on the industry, I guess, taking away sales from, obviously, games. If you're buying copied games of systems that are still on the market, then you're going to do damage in that regard. But the topic's kind of linked to emulation. Emulation's a bit different, of course. If you're playing games that have been off the market for many, many years, you're not really hurting the sales there. Of course, those games get re-released on newer platforms, but that's kind of like money for old rope, in my opinion. When they're putting out old games on like PSN, Xbox Live, I don't think the original programmers and people that worked on it are getting paid any more from it. I think that ship has sailed, and it's only the copyright holders that are making money off it, those re-releases. But strangely, because I've always been against, this is kind of related to digital gaming as well, and the shift to digital only. I've always kind of been against it, really prefer having physical games, but thinking about it, of course, if you buy digital, you're definitely going to be more sure that your money that is going to go towards the people that actually made those games. Whoa. So that's one thing that I've kind of took solace from having to buy digital games on PSVR is I've been buying a lot of digital games, and I know that I'm sending kind of at least contributing to the sale stats, if not sending money, certainly more directly to the people that made the games and supporting those studios. And there's been a lot of indie developers making games on PSVR, so it's cool to support them as well. So I kind of got over buying digital games because of that, really, because it helps to support the studios that have made the games that you've enjoyed. Because of course, video game piracy is not the only thing that hurts sales of games and profits for studios. The second-hand market does exactly the same thing. Every time you buy a second-hand game, of course, the money's just going to the shop. It's not going to the developers. They only get money from the sales of new releases, that kind of thing. Right, so I'm concentrating on the game a little bit. So yeah, this is Moss, this little mouse character that I'm controlling around this game world, and it's really sweet to be in it. Look around, I hope you're seeing exactly what I'm seeing through the headset. This floating ball is actually my controller, and I can use it to interact with the world. Pull that block out. So yeah, so the Dreamcast was really the only kind of time that I ever kind of used copied games of a current system. I know you could do that on the 360 as well, but I think you had to mod the console. I never did that. Well, I was earning by then as well, so I could actually afford to buy games. You know, at uni, it was a godsend to be able to get those free games for the Dreamcast. That's the first time I played Shenmue, was actually on copied discs. But yeah, studios do shut down because it's hard to make a profit on big budget games, at least. Well, on smaller ones, I guess, as well. Yeah, it's hard to make a profit on games sometimes. There's so much competition that, you know, selling enough copies of your games, a lot of studios have fallen foul. A lot of really good games and good studios have fallen foul of that, not being able to make enough off of their games. And yeah, video game piracy certainly must have affected that in the past, as well as the second-hand market, of course. Oh, this is unreal. So you can just lean around and have a look around the level, which is cool. Right. What was I saying? There was something else I was going to say about piracy. I cannot remember it now. As this is a live stream, there is no editing. I've just found out that YouTube has removed the some of the editing features, which is a real shame because apparently not many people were using it. It's the ability to splice two videos together. Yeah, apparently they've taken away that capability last month, which is a shame because I filmed two videos the other day and I wanted to add them together into one, but I couldn't do it. How much server space does that function take up? Just because not many people were using it. That's harsh. I thought that was a good function, being able to put two videos together. So guys, what do you think of Moss? Am I dead? Do I get another life? Is that the end of the demo? Can you even hear me? Oh, I'm here still. So yeah, guys, what are your thoughts on video game piracy and such? It is a wide subject. Let's start one here. What does that do? Not a lot. I think I'm still going to have to defeat these crab things. I don't know if you're getting audio. Oh. Right. I can use this bubble, which is my controller, to kind of... Oh shit. Freeze them. This is actually quite unique. I'm having to coordinate the physical position of my controller in real space to hold those creatures with using the thumbsticks and buttons to control the mouse. But yeah, it's pretty unique. It's a nice combination. An interesting way to do platforms in VR. Right, pull this up. I imagine. So I don't know, what do you think of the format? Yeah, I thought VRVR, virtual reality video responses. Hang on, do I have to lean over? Holy shit. Right, that's pretty sweet. So this is just the demo. I don't know how long this level is. There's a lot of good games on the demo disc. You know, yeah, I'd like to do a few gameplay videos to show you that, you know, VR's upped its game already. Like the second generation, a second, maybe even third wave of games now coming out for these systems is they're really stepping up the game, and you know, devs are able finding out what works in VR, and it's so charming being inside these little worlds. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are getting sound. I can't hear any sound at the minute. I've turned it down on my TV so that you can hear me speak. This is so cool. Like, I'm waving my arms around in front of me with the controller to grab onto those things. Oh. Oh, I like a control. Right. Nice. You can actually move the enemies around. Right, well, I won't bore you while I figure out what to do next. I guess I'll end the video here. I hope that worked alright. Yeah, alright then. Let me get to the broadcast thing. Broadcast settings. End it.